In 2010, a programmer swapped 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas. At today's prices, that's a jaw-dropping sum, but back then, it was proof that this weird internet money could actually buy something. That moment, now Bitcoin Pizza Day, kicked off a journey from curiosity to a fixture of global finance, with euphoric runs, brutal crashes, and a lot of hard lessons in between. Rewind to the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis. Trust in banks was shattered. Into that moment stepped an unknown author using the name Satoshi Nakamoto with a 9-page Bitcoin, a peer-to-peer electronic cash system. According to the Bitcoin white paper, the idea was simple and radical: cash that moves directly between people without banks, governance, or middlemen, secured by math, not managers. Satoshi didn't pitch a concept, they shipped working code. On January 3, 2009, the Genesis block was mined, with a message referencing a newspaper headline about bank bailouts, a time capsule of the era's frustration. Early activity lived on forums like BitcoinTalk, where cryptography nerds tested the software and sent tiny amounts back and forth. Public blockchain records and early marketplace posts show one of the first dollar exchanges valued a single Bitcoin at less than a penny. No marketing, no CEO, no roadmap, just open source software and a community experimenting in the open. Then the mystery deepened. By 2011, Satoshi was gone. No conference talks, no victory lap, no cash out. What they left behind was a functioning network and an unsolved riddle: the identity of the creator of $1 trillion idea. The real-world stress testing started in 2010 and 2011. The pizza tray demonstrated utility. The next few years exposed growing pains. MT Gox, a site that pivoted from trading game cards to handling most Bitcoin trading by 2013, became crypto's central venue until it didn't. In early 2014, withdrawals froze. Weeks later, bankruptcy. Major outlets like Reuters reported roughly 744,000 customer Bitcoin missing. Prices collapsed nearly 90% from the highs, and the world learned a painful truth. In a system built to remove trusted intermediaries, the weakest link was still human custody and exchange security. That failure forced upgrades across the ecosystem: better cold storage, proof of reserves conversations, and a push for clearer operational standards. Meanwhile, Bitcoin kept upgrading on-chain. Halvings pre-programmed events that cut the new coin issuance rate roughly every 4 years arrived exactly on schedule. Scarcity wasn't a marketing slogan, it was embedded in the protocol's math, and it changed how investors modeled the asset. Institutional curiosity turned to engagement. The 2017 cycle dragged Bitcoin into the mainstream as prices approached $20,000 and CME and CBO-listed futures, giving traditional funds a regulated way to trade. In 2021, El Salvador made Bitcoin legal tender, an unprecedented national experiment. Upgrades like Taproot improved privacy and efficiency, and the Lightning Network made small, fast payments feasible, proof that development didn't stop at number go up. Then came the floodgates moment. In early 2024, the SEC approved spot Bitcoin ETFs from a slate of major issuers. Instead of figuring out self-custody, investors could buy exposure through a familiar wrapper in traditional brokerage accounts. Trading began, liquidity deepened, and new highs followed. According to public filings and industry trackers, those ETFs reshaped access and brought a steadier, programmatic bid that didn't rely on retail hype cycles alone. Across these chapters, the pattern repeats: innovation, stress, adaptation. Having cycles create predictable scarcity. Market infrastructure from custody to ETFs broadens participation. And yet, volatility never fully disappears. History shows multiple drawdowns greater than 60%, each followed by periods of rebuilding and renewed adoption. That's why seasoned observers focus on fundamentals as much as price, hash rate and security, developer progress, on-chain settlement, and the expanding menu of regulated access. For context, much of this story is verifiable through the Bitcoin white paper, public blockchain data, and reporting from major outlets such as CoinDesk, Reuters, and others. So what are the takeaways from pizza to Wall Street? First, decentralization gave Bitcoin durability: no CEO to fire, no headquarters to raid, no money printer to change the rules. Second, trust had to migrate from people to processes, audited custody, transparent exchange practices, and clear regulation. Third, adoption doesn't move in a straight line. It compounds as technology improves and access widens. From an anonymous PDF to an asset on brokerage menus and national balance sheets, Bitcoin's arc is still being written. The open question is how the next blend of policy, technology, and market cycles will shape its role in the global system. But if history is a guide, the network will keep doing what it's done since Block 1, producing blocks every approximately 10 minutes while the world around it catches up. You have been watching Cryptozard News. Please subscribe and like, and leave a comment if you enjoyed this video, and let me know what other crypto-related news you would like to hear in the future.